What's going on, Taigatran clan? So we built through the day, mostly just getting our buildings up that were, in need of being built. It just takes a lot of time, especially when you don't have a boatload of builders, when you start building up your infrastructure. And then we continue to just battle through the night, taking out these hordes of enemies. What's cool is if you click on these little bodies, it'll build essence for your essence collectors. I think it also builds influence if I read this correctly. So what we need to do is use the, not resurrection, but motivate land, keep our food supplies fierce. And they said that by clicking these bad boys that this would make our influence go up faster. Oh, it does, I think. It doesn't seem like it's like skyrocketing, but it does look like it's moving. Because they said if you move your fingy around, like, wait, what is this? Is this creating essence just by me click-clacking just on the grass? The grass! I don't know. This is very interesting. You see this? Influence is very strange in this game. I can't see a one-to-one correlation between a lot of things in influence. So I always thought it would be nice to understand. But what we did was we did build some makeshift farms as things were getting ready to pop off here. And then we also did build a makeshift forge. So we start making iron ingots because that is the next place we are at. I found that you get a 10% bonus to stone cut trees and then also your mining facility if you do upgrade them, and it's really basic resources, so it's like, why the heck not? I'm assuming this is probably pretty true with distillery as well. Yeah, 10% refinement fee. Why the heck not? High occupancy housing. Further increase the maximum occupancy and storage, but at an additional comfort. Okay, so standard upgrade, or excuse me, standard housing. 8 boards. So more storage, more housing capacity, and do the bonuses, it looks like they stay the same, but just more people. Well, that's good to know for the future. I mean, we're doing pretty dang fine right now. We had built that one makeshift house here, and these people are going to get that baller status life. I wonder what causes nomads to spawn. Oh wow, we already bumped up against max again. So this is a good thing to pay attention to. Keep on making me delicious food, please. Man, I wish these trees would stop oh, maybe I should destroy the trees now that I think about it. Like, just, not all of them, but a lot. Basically destroy the trees here, and I wonder if that would stop my magical powers from basically causing trees to regrow, because I don't really need that. I mean, look at this forest down here. It's ginormous. I got trees for days, son. I don't have food for days. Alright, so we'll do this. Alright, we're going to speed it up a bit, just because we got a lot of jobs to get done. Now the question is do we build another essence collector? I don't know if it's necessary. Like, that's a lot of this game, is the min-maxy piece of it of, do we really need this? Do we really need that? Is it really gonna, what's really causing the gap, right? Forge. Ooh, 3 people this time around. Down. Alright, let's make... Now the question is do we need more lumberjacks? I mean, we have the wood, they're just not bringing it to the facilities that they need to be at. Now let me look at our ancillaries. Do they, or organizers, but they work with the ancillaries. Do they deliver to build roads, to build, wait, can deliver to build, just in general? Oh, okay. Like, what I'm wondering is this bro, is he... I wish I didn't blow up a stat screen. It's hard to click sometimes. Oh, like I said, the distillery. Oh, wait, do we have our 20 crystals? Let's try to do the maintain to storage. Because we know they can't store any other thing than what's in the actual physical storage. In the physical building. I don't know if that, once again, means they fill this up. And that's what kind of worries me, is I want places for iron. And more importantly, gold and things like that from now on. So, we'll do this. Wait, what's this? Gold sack. Gold ingots. Okay. I think that's the only thing gold is good for, is making into these bars and then making into coins. So, the thing is, we need iron ASAP. I mean, gold is good. So our coins are moving up here. I just don't know, honestly, if we need it now. Because I can't remember. Ooh, babies. Let's use our influence. This is a great time to motivate the land, is when it's raining. Stupid forest. Be pushed back. I need plants. I almost wish there was maybe a little dinging sound when the influence maxed out. That'd be nice. Ooh, a sword. Guys, look at me, a sword. Get out there. What are you doing with your lives? Alright, let's check our water supplies. So we've got one well that's full. We've got a rain catcher that is still doing pretty dang good. We'll upgrade this for now. Now the question is do we want to... So let's upgrade you as well, because we're already maxing out on houses here. This one's almost filled. I don't know if nomads will come in an amount equal to the amount of open housing space you have. So let's say we had a ton of open housing space. Does that mean we're more likely to have nomads come? I just don't know. You would think logically that might be the case, but once again, we live in a video game. But I know the guy who makes this. He seems like a pretty smart guy, and he listens a lot. I've been watching Rise of the Sword Hero. Oh, such a good anime. Love it so much, but I actually got through the full first season. Such a good anime if you guys are looking for one. It's... Oh my gosh, they just do make such a good job of making you feel for the main character. It is such a good story, and the fighting is really good, the thought process is really good, but in the general concept, you learned this in the first episode, it's not a major spoiler, is that the shield hero is basically kind of in an MMO land. It kind of reminds me of Sword Art. Well, it's probably almost identical to Sword Art Online, where he's kind of trapped in this other alternate universe. And it's kind of I hate to say a more common trope. It is, but I mean, what really comes down to it is how well are the characters developed? What's the thought process? How's the writing? Because I've been watching this other anime, and I can't. It's so bad. I don't even remember the name of it. It's so bad. It's because it's you can tell when someone who has written the anime has very little real life experience, and it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't feel right, what's happening. You're like, wait, so you in the scene, and I think part of it might be the actual storyboardist. That's probably the person who messed it up the most. Was in one scene, someone will be holding a gun to someone's head, pointing a gun at their face, and they're a foot away. And then the next scene, they do this thing constantly, where then the screen goes black, you hear a gunshot, and then you're like, ooh, intrigue, right? And then they come back and they'll be like, oh, you shot me in my shoulder. And it's like, bruh, you were literally, there's no angle in which you could shoot someone's shoulder at the angle in which there was a bullet wound from the angle you were shooting at, where the gun is in their face. How do you shoot their shoulder? It doesn't make sense. It has to bend the space-time continuum and then to hit them from that angle. And it's and it's funny how it's those little things and inconsistencies can make things seem really annoying. Oh, another dog. So I think we're up to 3. Yeah, let's go. Hello, doggos. Build my things, please, sir. Not build, but bring my wood to my buildings. Dang, you need a lot of wood. Now, see, like, this is where I get to I wonder if... Ah, it's perfect. You see how the trees have grown in here? This is great. Nice. Alright, so max out influence again. Keep doing this. And then... Yeah, we see now we've got poorly watered crops. Now the question becomes, what do we do for water? Because I would love to just be able to purify this. I mean, look how much water there is. So let's see. We're going to test this out. Water purifier. Heartbreak Hotel. So if we... Heartbreak Hotel. I think what we'll do is we'll chop down some trees and try to squeeze it in here. Because, I mean, I really want to try to squeeze it in over here. I'm almost thinking of even cutting deeper into these trees. Alright, let's do this. Did I just see? Okay, so it's hitting dusk. So at nighttime is when you start to see the spooky ghost of your dead people. We have that one dead person. I'm like such a min-maxer. I'm like, I want to keep my population as high as possible. But let's go ahead and continue to motivate the land. Holy defenders that fight to the bitter end of your people. The older your village, the stronger the golem. That is a good change. Because I've had times where you summon the golem's not even worth summoning. Let's see how the spells look these days. Meteor, drop of flaming space rock on something. Earthquake. This is good for when they start spawning buildings. Like enemy buildings. It's hard to see. It's easier to see during the day. I thought they glow enemy buildings. Oh, they do. Here we go. So this is where you want to like drop your earthquake at. But you only have like a certain area of influence, if I remember correctly. Like, I don't think I can just like use this. Oh yeah, because there's corruption. That's what it is. So you could cast it here and it would hit this. Whoa, dude, there's a lot of spawners up here. Holy balls. It's like all the spawning is happening in that top corner. That also makes it a little bit complex as well. Are you confused? What are you confused about, bruh? What sweet mysteries of life do you not understand? I like this ancient radiant pool that this thing actually just makes energy. It's pretty dope. I wonder what we are spending our energy on, though. It must just be at golems, right? Pop, pop. Yeah, it has to be, right? They must have died. Alright, so let's look into... It must be magic. Essence Collector, not this. Crystal Malt. That might be good in the future, the Crystal Motivator. I want... For defense, I want for golems, I want the healer. Patrol and protect your village. Don't put them anywhere too dangerous. Provides a house for guards, protect and control the village. Also, slightly better health regeneration than regular homes, at the cost of energy and happiness generation. Oh. Okay. Alright, I don't see the healer anymore. That's a bummer. Maybe it's under, like, miscellaneous? Oh, here we go. That attracts most friendly golems and heals them. Yeah. I want this to be... Yeah, that's what I need. I want it to be able to heal them when they're out there banging. Oh my god, let's slow this down a little bit. We're getting a lot of enemies. So this is where I was talking about this game's difficulty scales up really quickly. But what we'll do is we'll motivate the land one more time. And then we're going to save our energy to drop earthquakes on the enemy spawners. They said that there's a way to remove corruption now. I don't 100% know what that entails, but we'll try to figure it out. Lightning Rod. Track lightning and convert it to essence. Very handy to protect from storms. The village from lightning storms. We do see a lot of lightning. Almost every storm has one. Let's just build this. Oh, look at that. It actually has this huge area of protection that it gives. Wow, that's pretty dope. I like this. And if it gives essence for freezies, that's the one thing that really interests me more than anything. Alright, let's get the water purifier online. And the kitchen. I have to go put a person in the kitchen as well. Alright, let's take a look real quick. One cook. Do we want bottlers? I just don't think it's necessary. Not for a whole person. If the village was bigger, maybe. Gotta get the upgrade bonuses, or build bonuses. Alright, so it says 27 max buildings, so that's good to know too. Your boy loves bonuses. Dang, look at Hercules over here. Straight up just hauling lumber. Guy plays no games when it comes to gains. The question is, I don't know how important it is to have your ancillaries. Like a person in your ancillaries. In Banished, super importante. Yeah, let's go. Alright, so it looks like our defenses do pretty dang well here. Alright, so I wanted to show you Earthquake, because Earthquake I have found is the most effective way of doing damage to enemy facilities. Wait, what? See, but there is like a range to it. Oh, maybe Earthquake, it costs a ton. You see this? I think it costs this much influence, so maybe they put that in so you can't. Because what you could do is you could use this way earlier. I don't think there was a limiter in the past. And I do remember that made things easier, because once I realized, like, hey, you need to destroy spawners. Because there was a time when I didn't realize it. So the amount of enemies that would engage you was just atrociously huge. But I think they changed that now. Which, to be honest, is a good game design. Because I got to a point to where I could handle the hordes pretty dang easy. And you know me, I like challenge. So this, to be honest, is a good update for me, in my opinion. Alright, so let's go ahead and speed this up, because we've got a lot of things to be built here. From an energy perspective, it looked like we came out of the night. Since we were at 1,000, right? When I looked, so we probably maybe came out 900, so that's a lot of energy surplus. I'm down with that. Yeah, everything's looking really good. Oh, where are my repairers? Repair my bow tower. Alright, so we do need to think about defense increases as well. So let me give that some thought off camera. This has been Tiger Tran. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I definitely am. Let me know what you guys think. Alright guys, this has been Tiger Tran, and I'll see you guys next time.